When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Hear that? That's now Crispy and McCrispy strips meeting creamy Caesar sauce. Sounds extra crispy. Caesar sauce at McDonald's for a limited time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Everyone else ordered the exact same breakfast. Then I ordered bread pudding with ice cream. This is Summit After the Storm podcast, and I'm Bart Wilbanks. After attending that early morning service at Westminster Abbey, our family was hungry. We had had to skip breakfast that morning for that early walk to the Abbey. So we found a small cafe less than a mile away for breakfast. Instead of sitting down with menus, it's one where everyone walks up to the counter and the menu items are printed or written behind the register. So you order first and then find a table while they prepare your food. Amanda ordered first. She chose the traditional English breakfast. Then one of the kids, then another, and another. By the time it got to me, 5 people had already ordered the traditional English breakfast. I thought about ordering it too. Now, don't get me wrong, I like baked beans, just not for breakfast. Especially not with eggs, ham, and toast. Call me old-fashioned. So while everyone else is finding a table, I stay at the counter and look at the menu, where I find the a la carte section. And a couple of items immediately caught my attention. Specifically, the bread pudding. I ordered ham and egg bread pudding with custard. The cashier smiled apologetically. I'm sorry, sir, we're out of custard this morning. Then she asked, would vanilla ice cream be okay instead? So I look over at the table where the family's sitting. I'm like, sure, I'll take the ice cream. So we go sit down, waiting for our number. And a few minutes later, our number was called. 5 traditional English breakfasts in one plate with bread pudding and vanilla ice cream. The jokes started immediately. You're really eating ice cream for breakfast? Absolutely. And by the end of breakfast, I wasn't the one wishing I had ordered something different. In fact, I intentionally walked in front of everyone else the rest of the day, and I'll let you figure out why. Let's just say 5 English breakfasts with baked beans was not something I wanted to follow closely behind. That breakfast reminded me how often we make decisions simply because everyone else already has. Nobody around our table intentionally copied one another. Amanda ordered the English breakfast, then another and someone else. Before long, it simply became the obvious choice. Except it wasn't necessarily the best choice for everyone. Great leaders don't reject the crowd just to be different. They simply pause long enough to decide for themselves. Romans chapter 12 verse 2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." God calls us to think with wisdom, not simply follow the crowd. I've seen this happen in conference rooms more times than I can count. Someone offers an idea and heads begin to nod. Soon everyone agrees. Not because they've carefully considered every option, but because agreement is easier than asking one more question. The best leaders aren't contrarians. They don't disagree just to stand out. They simply pause long enough to think for themselves. Sometimes the best opportunity is one that everyone else has overlooked because they stopped looking too soon. The next time everyone around you immediately agrees, pause. take one more look. You may discover something that everyone else missed. If today's episode encouraged you, would you do me a favor? Share it with someone who might need to hear it. And if you haven't, follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube, or wherever you listen.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Hear that? That's now Crispy and McCrispy strips meeting creamy Caesar sauce. Sounds extra crispy. Caesar sauce at McDonald's for a limited time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
And please go to summitafterstorm.com where you can learn more about this movement, my book, as well as additional resources. Tomorrow, we'll step inside the British Parliament and discover why great leadership isn't about always having the loudest voice. Every destination has a story. Every story has a lesson. Until next time, keep climbing. Poly-poly.